Hey everybody, it's Lon.TV and I am back again. This time we've got an iPad case that I think is kind of neat, just kind of neat. It is the Belkin FastFit keyboard case. Now this will work with the iPad 2, the iPad 3, and the iPad 4. It will work as a keyboard with just about anything that accepts a Bluetooth keyboard, but to use it as a case, it needs to fit those three versions of the iPad. So whatever comes after the 4 and the Mini do not work with this case, nor will the original work as a case. The keyboard, of course, will because it's the Bluetooth standard. A couple of things to take a quick look at on the keyboard is pretty much it's actually pretty sturdy. It feels pretty solid, actually. I'm pretty impressed with that. It has a little switch on the side here to turn it on and off. You just flip it on, it'll pair up with the iPad very quickly. In fact, I was really impressed with the pairing speed and how easy it was to get it set up. It's a little bit hard to see, but there's a slot here to charge it. It has an internal battery, and you have to charge it through USB. I haven't used it long enough to know what the battery life is going to be like on it, but so far it's been pretty good. Now, when you add the iPad to the case to use it as a case, you just line it up, and what's nice is that those magnets that you use for your smart cover also work with this, and you'll hear a nice click, and that is it. It is ready to go. It is pretty secure in there. It's funny, you can compare this case to the Logitech thin keyboard case that a lot of people are using and liking. And what's funny is the reviews I've been reading about the Logitech case, I don't own one, but I know people that have them, they love the way the keyboard feels, but they don't love the way it works as a case. And this case, actually, I love the way it feels as a case, but I'm not so crazy about how it types. So let me show you what I mean. So we're going to open it up here. Now, you undo it from the magnetic case here, and you just kind of slide it into one of these lips. You can do it in either the landscape or portrait modes, and you have kind of two different slots to put it into also. It gives you a little bit of a choice as to how high you want the screen on there. When it's in, it feels pretty solid. I'm actually happy with how that feels, and I've just been working on a Google Doc here playing with the keyboard. And my biggest gripe is really the placement of some of these keys, and I'll show you what I mean here in a second. So I'm just going to just hit the backspace here and just get rid of some of this text, and we'll say this is how the keyboard case, and you see what I did? I went to go hit the shift key, and my finger went to where I always find the shift key, and on this particular keyboard, it's got an arrow, and the shift key is this tiny little shift key in the right-hand corner here. This is where I usually go just habitually for my shift, and I am not able to get at the shift key. Yet on this side of the keyboard, there's an enormous shift key that I just don't hit because I'm just not normally hitting the shift key there. And you get this muscle memory built up over many years, and it's kind of hard to break those habits. And I hate having to adapt to a keyboard. I want a keyboard that's going to work for me. So that's strike number one. Strike number two is that there could have been room to make this shift key work, maybe shortening up this one a little bit, but also they have so many ridiculous keys that really aren't necessary. So it's maybe a little hard to see, but down here there is a .com key, so you can quickly fill out .com. I mean, yeah, on the touch screen maybe that's helpful, but on a full keyboard it doesn't take me all that long to type in .com. Also, oddly enough, there's an @ symbol down here also, which I, on any keyboard, hit Shift-2. I've been doing that since the early days of the internet in the early 90s, and that's never been a problem for me, but nevertheless, they felt the need to put an actual key in there for that. It also has a key to summon your photo gallery, which, I don't think that's all that useful. And there's two command keys here too, and I don't really use the command key at all on the iPad, so I don't know why those were left there, but that is there as well. And the caps lock here is good, but it's a little bit too big as well. So I think they could have more smartly laid this keyboard out to give you a little bit more of a shift key on there. The keys themselves are also a little small. I'm not too crazy about that either. All in all, it's not all that great of a keyboard. And the last thing is that, and it's funny because there's a reason for why they did what I'm about to explain here. There's a little riser here and another little area here, and these two areas prevent the screen from touching the keys when it's in the case mode. And as you can see here, there's a little bit of a lip. It kind of just goes like ramps up right on the edge here. And when I'm typing, I'm finding myself constantly hitting here and missing the space bar because the space bar is a little further up, and the space bar is actually recessed below this area. So it's just, it's just really not that comfortable to type on. And that's been my major gripe about this thing. So I don't own the Logitech keyboard, but I may just go buy it just to see how I might like that one as compared to this one, because I kind of like the idea of having a keyboard that is very convenient to bring along with my iPad. In fact, I have a MacBook Air that I travel with just to type on. So maybe this would help lighten my load when I don't need to have all this stuff with me all the time. So all in all, it's a great case, not so great of a keyboard. That is the Belkin FastFit keyboard, and it works over Bluetooth with your iPad. This is Lon.TV. Thanks for watching.